Now this is their advertising. Remember, as I said, I got banned because I call them incompetent. No, actually, I didn't call them incompetent at first. They said my tweet made them look incompetent, I think. I'd just like to point out some of the conflicting statements and tweets and posts on LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it, reports, and demonstrate that they can't all be true, and that by cherry picking bits from information, you can make anything look good. For instance, this is a trade-to-trade platform. Now, if vehicles are bringing over trade, that means it cuts into your retail margin, because of course when they're advertised on Auto Trader, there's a price guide on Auto Trader. Auto Trader tells you what you should be paying, or in their opinion what you should be paying. The fact that that's wrong too is, you know, completely irrelevant. But this first one, this family-run retailer in the south switched from traditional auction to dealer auction, and it's paying off. They're achieving up to 6% more on cap clean, adding £836 per vehicle on an average sale price of £13,918. Faster sales, bigger margins, smarter remarketing. If that were true, I mean, it would be nice to see examples so we could just examine it. But as I say, these people are selling trade to trade. They're not retailing it. So it's not like they're getting £836 extra profit off a customer. They are getting, according to this article, they are getting £836 more off another trader, who then has to sell that to an end user. Quarterly targets are a lot easier to hit when your remarketing works this hard. This group made over £50,000 profit in quarter one. A medium-sized franchise group in the south made over £50,000 trade profit in quarter one using dealer auction. Nearly 100 vehicles sold, more margin, more reach, zero disruption to daily ops. Well, I would beg to differ with that. I would say that if they have made £50,000 trade profit, it's because the sales manager is valuing the cars wrongly. And what's actually happened there is the salesmen have lost out on £50,000 worth of profit because their deals have been written down to below trade price. Either the sales manager doesn't know what he's doing and can't value cars, and I would even go further and I would suggest that if he's made £50,000 trade profit, he's lost even more than that in actual profit from customers by undervaluing the cars. Do you see how you can interpret information? Me as a sales manager, me as a general manager, me as being in the motor trade for 50 years, do you see how I look at that when I'm not trying to sell my services? If I was the dealer principal there, I'd be looking at the sales manager, and I'd be seriously worried. If I was a salesman and I read that the firm that I was working for had actually made £50,000 trade profit, I would be thinking that my wage packet had been seriously impacted. Over the next few weeks, we'll be sharing real results from sellers across country. Some of the numbers might sound unbelievable. Yes, they do. But they're actually business as usual for sellers on dealer auction. A franchise retailer in Wales swapped their local physical auction for dealer auction. 49 vehicles later, they've pocketed over £29,700 in clear trade profit. Same stock, different results. Why? National pricing, smarter selling. Rubbish. Okay, so we see there that selling trade to trade, these dealers have made a lot more money because they're getting better prices for the cars. Now then we go into the other side of dealer auctions. They're encouraging dealers to trade their stock on the platform. Now, what's the other carrot we can use? You can make more money by buying cars off dealer auction and retailing them to customers. But how do you do that when you're paying more trade to trade? Both these statements can't be true. Dealer auction, profit matters. These models top the retail margin charts in 2024. Land Rover Discovery, £5,757 average profit. Range Rover, £5,320 average profit. Jaguar F-Pace, £3,932 average profit. Are you stocking the right cars? Do you think that's true? Do you think you can, I mean, if you think you can make that amount of money on an average price, you see, it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you the years. It doesn't tell you the mileages. It doesn't tell you the amount that the vehicle was for sale from. If you were selling something like £100,000, you'd expect £5,000 back at least, wouldn't you? But this doesn't tell you. It's just generic, and it says Land Rover Discovery. Now, any idiot who's reading this might just go out and buy a load of Land Rover Discoveries on dealer auction, and they'd blow the brains out. And they would deserve to. Here we go. Land Rover, where are the best margins? Land Rover leads at 25.37%. BMW and Mini climb the rankings. Toyota enters the top 10. Stock Smart sells strong. Electric Surge, AFV sales saw 65% in 2024 on dealer auction. Now, that's alternative fuel sales saw, not just battery, it's alternative fuels. EVs make big waves in dealer profit margins. AFVs hit their highest average sold price on EV PR record. The latest dealer auction EV performance reviews shows a strong and consistent market for alternatively fueled vehicles, AFVs. In February 2025, the average sold price rose by nearly 5% to £17,766, the highest level since we began tracking AFVs in January 2024. What's driving this trend? Younger, lower mileage stock. Well, that's no big, is it? If it's younger and lower mileage, it's bound to be more expensive. The actual headline is, if it's the same year, the same mileage, the same condition, and they've gone up, that's a biggie. But this is crap. Average age dropped to 4.2 years. Mileage down to 33,980. Of course it's going to go up. It's a non-headline. It means nothing. It's rubbish. Hybrid models dominating. Hyundai Tucson led sales. Toyota Hybrids top cap performance. Lexus still delivering profits. NX Hybrid secured the highest average gross margin at £3,612. Now I can tell you, if I was to go into Lexus Hybrids now, and this is a guess, I think I did it again a few months ago, but I'll tell you what, let me do it. We'll go to Lexus, NX. Now it didn't say what year. It gives you very little information to narrow things down. It just says there, NX Hybrid secured the highest average gross margins at £3,612. So, I mean, I'd have to guess that would have to be fairly recent. We don't want new included. So, up to 2025. We've got Auto Trader Price Tracker enabled as a Chrome extension. So here we go at the bottom. Listed 10th of the 1st, 2022. It's been dropped by £3,511. That is, I mean, that's stupid anyway. So you can kind of ignore that. Here we go. 21st of 5th, 2023, minus 3,500, minus 4,500, minus 2,460, minus 2,549, minus 1,900, minus 3,751, minus 4,745, minus 6,300, minus 7,541, minus 5,649. Just how stupid do they think people are? Highest average gross margin. So gross, you've got your VAT and everything to come out, and no doubt reconditioning means nothing. The EV market isn't slowing down, it's speeding up margins. April's EV PR shows the Volvo XC90 Hybrid leading the charge with a whopping £5,707 gross margin. And it's not alone. Tesla, Hyundai and even the Aura Funky Cat are pulling in big numbers. So what have we got? Volvo XC90 Hybrid. Volvo XC90 Hybrid. Again, average days to sell. Average Auto Trader retail rating. Hybrid. £5,707 average. Don't tell you what year, don't tell you what mileage, just the average retail. So the information actually means zero, less than zero. It gives you no information to base your stock purchases on. No information whatsoever. But I can tell you that. In fact, I'm not even going to go to that. I'm going to go to this one. GWM Aura Funky Cat Electric. Average retail margin, £3,565. Okay, Auto Trader. Electric cars. GWM. Aura 3. Funky Cat. It did say Funky Cat, didn't it? So we'll search the 30 cars there. We'll make sure that recent is on search. We'll go down to the bottom. Oh dear. So first advertised 4th of 1st 2024, minus £10,500, minus 5,500, minus 2,700, minus 3,000, minus 1,000, minus 596, minus 500. So that's not right, is it? Let's go. We'll check another one. Those are hybrids. ID3 electric. Tesla electric. Average retail margin £2,082, which, when you consider this is April 2025, the month before they dropped £3,500. Tesla Model 3 search. I'm going to have to narrow that down because there's too many in the search. It'll take me ages to get to the bottom. So make and model. We'll go to model, long range, performance. I'll go standard range plus, not the performance. And then just make sure they've not Munson me again. Yep, it's on most recent. And we'll knit to the bottom here. Here we are at the bottom. First advertised 17th 11 2022, minus 11,000. 29th of 1st 2023, minus 8,500. Minus 5,000, minus 5,000, minus 1,000, minus 2,200, minus 3,500, minus 3,500, minus 3,500, minus 4,300, minus 5,755. Do you think these lot thought they were going to make £2,500 when they first looked at the information and got it? Now, I don't want to make the video too long, so I won't read everything here, but let me try and point you to a conclusion. Electric surge, trade-to-trade sales of AFE soared 65% in 2024. Hybrids dominated the market, offering buyers impressive margins like £3,525. Again, how does that happen when it's a trade-to-trade website? The traders are making more money trading them on this website, but then you've got massive margins like this. There's something left in the pot somewhere, isn't there? I would dare to suggest that these massive margins are because the retail price is way too high, it's overinflated, it's unachievable, or the other alternative is that these dealers are actually buying EVs way behind book. And then, of course, because they can get them way behind book, and because the recommended retail price is so inflated and stupid, it gives you this margin, which is unachievable. As I've showed you, ready to make greener, smarter decisions in 2025. Explore the trends. Well, the best way you can explore the trends is by forgetting about all this crap, forgetting about Auto Trader's retail price guides, Forgetting about cap, make sure you've got the Chrome 80 price tracker extension added, and then just look how long it's taken people to sell them. Well, they haven't sold them, they're still there, aren't they? They're still on Auto Trader. Look when they were first advertised. Also, look how much they've reduced it by. That's how you make greener, smarter decisions. Next one. Consistency is coming to the EV world. It's not. April's EV performance review shows a growing appetite for alternatively fueled vehicles, with AFV bids up again, an average age holding steady at 3.4 years, a clear sign that confidence is building. Confidence is not building. EVs are dropping. Oh look, right, okay. The EV conversation is heating up and we're proud to be in the thick of it. Our very own Jason Sims, C Manager, MCMI, is heading to the BVRLA's fleet. So he's the dealer auction who just sell vehicles. He's chipping in to the British Vehicle Rental and Leasing Association's bid to get money off the government, no doubt. Event Partners, Auto Trader, why? AA, why? Fleet Assist. Why are these people there and doing this? You have to ask yourself, don't you? A 54% surge in EV supply means one thing. Sourcing strategies need to evolve and quickly. No, a 54% surge in EV supply means one thing. It means that residual values will drop because there's more available. And there's more EVs available to private customers who aren't buying EVs. It's an elevator to the bottom. As fuel profiles shift and more independents lean into electric, having the right stock mix isn't a nice to have, it's essential. That's where we come in. At Dealer Auction, we're giving retailers the edge, offering EVs from fleets, are you? OEMs and franchises all in one place. And with live Auto Trader demand, and with live Auto Trader demand data on each listing, you'll know exactly which EVs will fly off your forecourt. Well, I can help you with that. None will fly off your forecourt. And if you have them for more than a month and you've got 2 price drops in them, you'll lose money. Electric surge. AFV sales saw 65% in 2024. God, it's making me want to rush out and buy some. AFVs hit highest average sold price on EVPR record. Oh, what's this? The first Octopus electric vehicle sale is officially open on Dealer Auction. 50 top quality EVs, Tesla, Polestar, BMWs, more. Free access to exclusive EV closed networks. With a growing EV market and our expert digital tools, there's never been a better time to source electric stock. Don't miss out, start bidding now. Gosh, they must be doing really well with electric vehicles, getting involved like this and all these big charging ahead headlines. God, blimey, let me get out and get some. Electric surge AFV sales soar 65% in 2024 on Dealer Auction. The annual roundup of Dealer Auction's EV performance review, EVPR. They've got a special performance review for EVs. Has revealed that trade-to-trade sales on alternatively fueled vehicles, AFVs, jumped by 64.9% in 2024 compared with 2023. So that's hybrids and electric vehicles. Don't seem to be too much. Well, let's say, although AFVs still represent a small proportion of the market, only 5.6% of the market at the moment on Dealer Auction platform. The data illustrates that more and more dealers are keen to tap into the profit potential of these models. There's no profit potential, mate. In fact, the proportion of electric vehicle sales doubled from 0.43% to 0.88% in 2024, while the proportion of hybrid increased from 2.96% to 4.72%. So let me see, am I getting this right? So there's 5 times more hybrids. Well, I'm getting a bit disillusioned here now. Well, let's have a look at the graphic. Oh, here we go. The shift is happening. Hybrid and EV sales are creeping up. All right, well, what are they creeping up by? Oh, hang on, diesel's dropped by 4.15%. So they've got a percentage for that. Petrol still leads at 53.46. So, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. It's well over half. And when you take into account the hybrids, then, well, they're not really electrics, are they? So, well, what's this at the bottom in the graphic? See, there's no percentage at the top there. Hybrid and EV sales are creeping up. Yeah, well, creeping's the right word, isn't it? They're up 0.45% to 0.88%. They aren't even 1%. Do you see what and do you see how they create these headlines? Absolute rubbish. 300 plus retail ready vehicles, one platform, more choice. If you're still waiting on prep or juggling multiple sources to find quality stock, it's time to rethink your approach. With retail ready stock on dealer auction, you can access high value late plate vehicles, skip the prep and advertise instantly, save on average £250 per vehicle in buyer's fees. They're live now and waiting for your offers. Well, hang on a minute. This is a no-brainer. You save on average £250 per vehicle in buyer's fees. A Mini Countryman, which was sub £10,000, has a profit margin of £2,650. This is a no-brainer. I mean, crikey, where do I sign up? I need to get this stock. What have I been doing all my life? Quick, sign me up. Let me have a look at these cars that they've listed here, because obviously the Mini there, £2,650. If you're going to be advertising your product, these must be even better, because if you're trying to sell your product, you're going to use your best example. And if we go back to the average assumed gross margins on those hybrids and electric vehicles, the Volvo XC90, that was £5,707. Average days to sell 39 and a Auto Trader retail rating of 64. The Tesla Model Y, 4,503 average retail margin, average days to sell 34, an average Auto Trader retail rating 64 out of 100. So these, they're trying to sell the service, so they're going to use the best examples, aren't they? I can't wait to see these. Crikey, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Let me see them. So here we go. Now fortunately, that's not very big, is it? So yes, oh right, okay, yeah, great. Let's click on them. Yeah, they make all this money. One dealer last month, I'm sure they were saying one dealer had made so much trade-to-trade profit. And if they make that much trade-to-trade profit, then whoever advertised the vehicles to sell on there, if I was the general manager, I'd be looking if we'd sold any vehicles on there. And I'd be looking very closely, because somebody is not doing the job. If another dealer can make that much profit out of you in the trade, then somebody is not doing the job. There you go, Richard Price. I spend most of every working week on the road speaking to dealers up and down the UK. Time and time again, I get asked the same question. What's more important, how much we buy the customer's Part X vehicle for in the first place, or what the vehicle sells for at auction? What do you think? So, Ford V-Max 1.6 Z-Tech PowerShift Euro 5, 5-door. 19,005, yeah, all good stock. It's a Euro 5, that's not so good. It has an Auto Trader retail rating of 93 out of 100. Very, very good. Average days to sell, 26. Retail, £8,205. Bid margin not available. Well, I wonder why it's not available. Because they've got the asking price there, £7,598. Oh. So 76. So there's 600 quid margin. And then you've got your standard buyer's fees as well. So I don't know what it is. Say it's 200 quid. You buy that vehicle, you've got a potential profit of 400 quid. Of that 400 quid, you've got 20% perceived profit VAT. And you've got to pick the thing up. I mean, who's put this on? Who in their right mind would use that as an example? I implied they were incompetent in a tweet. Well, do you know what? I'm going to imply you're incompetent in this tweet as well, because I'm going to do something else. Trade 5,233. So the next one here. Asking price £18,895. Retail 20,186. Again, 18,900. You got 1,200 quid across a 20 grand vehicle. Retail 19,826. Trade 14,591. You'd be better off buying the 7.5 grand Mini Countryman and making £2,650 on it than lashing out nearly 19 grand here to make 1,200 minus your standard fees, minus your transportation. You know, next one, Skoda Kodiaq SA, 89 out of 100, 33 days average selling, retail 21,840, and they want £21,090. So you're spending 21 grand. You've got what, 750 profit margin, minus your standard buying fees, minus your collection fees, minus your VAT. This is an advert for retail ready vehicles. You know, it makes me scream. It absolutely makes me scream. If those are the best examples they can find to promote this new service, then I despair. I despair at the motor trade, full stop. But dealer auction, whoever's in charge there, I think, is it Kieran T. Boone? Just stupid. Absolutely stupid. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.